Now we're going to talk about roundabouts. And roundabouts, they get a kind of a bad rap from most people, older people, that is, because they talk about how it just kind of screws up traffic and things like that. In actuality, it actually improves traffic a lot. It makes things safer. And the reason for that is, as you see right here, that as you drive into it, your car is at an angle. This car is going that way. This car is going that way. So if you were to hit each other going into a roundabout, one, it would be slow. You're going like 25, maybe 30, somewhere in there. It's slow and it's a glancing blow. There's no head-on collisions. There's no T-bone collisions like a normal intersection. It's usually hitting maybe the two front corners of the car, and so there's not this high impact, high death rate from the accidents. Now, the other way, it makes things faster, and it sounds weird that you slow down at a roundabout and still make things faster. There's not this high speed going through where you have to stop and wait for other cars, and you can use a lot of your own judgment. It's kind of nice because in the middle of the night, if you're in the country and there's a stop sign, if you don't stop for that stop sign and a cop sees it, he's well within his right to pull you over and give you a ticket for it. At a roundabout, if there's nobody there, you just go, and it gives you the freedom to make those decisions. Now, with a roundabout, let's say that you're approaching this roundabout. If you're approaching from over here, this is your little car, you're going to want to be looking to the left. And why that is because this traffic is coming in and going around the circle this way. This traffic is actually going away from you, and this traffic hasn't even reached you because it's on the other side of the circle. So this will be the highest area of concern for you. As you get closer, your eyes should get closer and closer. And when you get about here, this is the point where you're either going or you're not, depending on where this traffic is. If it's here where the red dot is, you should be okay to go ahead and go in. If it's here, you should be stopping for them, or if it's here, this is kind of a danger zone. You should be stopping and let them go through. A lot of people will come up to this, and this car where my red dot is, they will do the stopping. That is incorrect. Once you're in the roundabout, you keep going. Now, the rules for handling a roundabout are: you check to your left, you enter if it's clear, if and when it's clear, and then I like to give a little signal out. It's not required. They took it off the books because people were doing it wrong, but I like to give a little signal right. And because, if I'm going this way and I'm going to leave, this car is pulling up and they're supposed to slow down and stop for me. But if I give them a signal and say I'm leaving, then they can go without stopping. It keeps things moving a little bit. But if you don't give a signal, it's not the end of the world. Now, two-lane roundabouts, they seem good because they seem like they're going to get more traffic through, but at the same time, they can be very confusing. Now, if you look at the blue line, it makes sense that the outside lane would be the one to leave, but it can also go straight. And this one on the inside would be the one to go straight through. The only thing that's confusing is this one should have the right to go around the circle as well, the blue line, but yet it has the orange thinks it can leave there. So that's where it might get confusing. So many times we try to stay away from making multi-lane roundabouts because they do end up being confusing. But if you understand the basics of roundabouts, they can really, really help us and make things a lot faster.